Hello, welcome to Monday's strength class. I'm just going to turn this down a little bit, the camera down a little bit, because it's be so much easier if I could film on my phone, but I can't because you've got to have 1,000 subscribers to be able to stream live on your phone with YouTube. So hit that subscribe button, folks. I know people have been doing, but I'd be very grateful if you could do that. And then we won't have all this fiddling around, and you'll have better quality of photographs. No, it'll just be so much better. Anyway, welcome to the strength class. If you're new, the strength class, it's in 3 parts. There's the warm-up, the main body of the exercises, and then stretching at the end. So when we finish last exercise, don't feel that you can skip off into the kitchen to make yourself some tea. We've got some stretching to do or coffee. Right, so without further ado, we're going to get going, and I'm going to explain things to you as we go through. So we're going to start just by walking on the spot, marching just nice and gently. You don't have to give it loads of welly. If you can, go on your toes. If you can't, that's fine, but doing it on your toes means that it's good for your balance, it's good for your ankles, good for your calves. It's just a little bit of a workout. Swing your arms in a slightly exaggerated way to get the mobility in your shoulders. So we're just going to do this for 3, 2, 1. Right, now we're going to put our hand on our shoulder, make your arm like a wing. So your arm is sticking out at 180 degrees. Imagine you've got a pencil sticking out your elbow. And we're going to just do backwards 3 large circles on the imaginary wall with the imaginary pencil. 3, 4, 5, just to get mobility in your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I probably should have said at the beginning, don't forget the pencil. 1, you don't need any equipment for this class. 2, 3, 4, 5, but you will need to be able to get down on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, good, good. The next one we're going to do is just to sort of get you going a bit. Cross your arms like this, and we're just going to bring them back, and then you can alternate which arm is on top. 2, we're going to do it 10 times. 3, 4, bring your arms back as far as you can. 5, try not to drop them like I was doing then. 6, 7, try and keep them at shoulder height. 8, 9, 10, just to sort of loosen you up a bit. Right, have your hands here at waist height, and what you're going to do is just bring your knee up to your hand. Now, if you can't reach your hand, it doesn't matter. Don't bring your hand down to your knee, because the object of the exercise is to get your knee up as high as you can, and touching your hand just gives you a guide. If you can't do it, then that's something to aim for. Okay, we're just doing this. This is really good. It strengthens your core, it mobilizes your hips and your knees, and it's good for your balance, because at one point you're standing on one leg like that, just like that. So we're just going to do this a few more times, and then if you want, if you're feeling energetic, you can cross it like that, and that just gets a nice twist in your hips. Again, don't bring your hand down or over. It's your hips that need to twist. If you can do this on your toes, fabulous. I tend to wobble a little bit when I do this on my toes. If you can't, absolutely fine. And if you can't do the twisting bit, just stick to this bit. If you've had hip replacement, this might not be a good idea, because you're not really supposed to bring your hips in like that if you've had hip replacement. So I believe. Anyway, we'll leave that for the time being. Now we're going to do a little routine, which is really good for strength, balance, coordination, and if you put music on, it's quite fun. So we're going to start with a heel dig, and at the same time you're going to anchor your elbows, and you're going to do a bicep curl with the opposite arm. Now keep checking that you're using the opposite arm. because you can be doing it convinced that you're doing the opposite arm and leg, and then you look down and lo and behold, you're doing the same arm and leg. 3, 2, 1. I'm just going to put this down a wee bit because there's a lot of space above my head, which we don't really need. It's a bit too much. See the dog sleeping there. When he was a puppy, he used to try and join in. That's better. Next one we're going to do is just leg out to the side and try and keep your knees pointing forward. Imagine you've got headlights on your knees. Same time we're going to do prayer hands out. They come back in and out. It's not a sort of floaty thing. It's a definite push out to the side. You're pushing the air away because you're mobilizing your elbows and your shoulder joints. This is a balanced one as well because you're sort of off balance when you're there and this leg is having to support you. So it does lots of things, this routine I do. 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to just take a step back. And at the same time, you're going to push both hands out in front. Again, this is great for balance, strength. Keep those headlights pointing forwards. Headlights on your knees and your hips really, pointing forwards. Spread your hands. Give yourself a bit of jazz hands. 3, 2, 1. And then finally, we're just going to do a toe tap, like that. And at the same time, just swing your arms in a nonchalant fashion. And then when we've done this one, when we've got this one in our head, we're going to put all 4 of those exercises together and do a sort of little routine that just warms us up nicely. It's good for balance, good for strength, good for coordination, not so much flexibility, but never mind. 3, 2, 1. Just going to get rid of this chair because I'm conscious that it's a bit in the way. Right, are you ready? We're going to do heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. I'm going to go a little bit faster. Side, back, toe tap. If you're new, don't worry if you can't keep up. Side, back, toe tap. This is really the only bit in the exercise going to get your heart going a little bit. Most of it is to do with strength. Well, actually, the squats make my heart rate, put my heart rate up a bit. Toe tap, right. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back. If you wanted to do this, just to get yourself fit, because it does tick a lot of boxes, just put some music on and just dance around in your home to this. Back. One more time. Toe tap. One more time. Side, back, toe tap. Woof, how's that? Quite warm now. Right, we're going to go straight in to the main body of the exercise. We're going to start with a squat. Strength is really important to stop you falling. There's a lot going on about balance at the moment. And in fact, for anybody in the Manchester area, I think I'm going to be on Granada Reports tomorrow evening talking about it. But anyway, and don't forget, Tricia talks tomorrow afternoon, 4 till 2, 4 till 5, 4 till 2, 4 till 5. Yes, so strength is really important. Balance isn't just one thing, it's strength, coordination, flexibility. And being strong means that you are less likely to fall. Sorry. Yes, having strong legs and glutes is really important, not just to stop you falling, but for quality of life. So I'm going to start with a squat. Now, don't worry if you can't do a free squat. Legs hip width apart. I'm going to not do the chair one. I'm going to get you to everybody to do one, not standing up from the chair. Stand sideways. Well, no, I'm standing sideways. Remember, your knees don't come over your toes. Stick your bottom out and just do that. If you can't do a freestanding squat, just stick your bottom out and go down a little bit, as if you were about to start sitting down. When you sit down, just notice what you do, because you don't do that. If you did that, you'd never sit down. Just go like that. Now, if that's as far down as you can go, that's absolutely fine. Make sure your technique is good. Don't let your knees come in. Sometimes just staying here is easier than actually getting all the way up from a chair. Okay, so we're going to do 10. I'm going to go quite far down. You don't have to. So I'm going to do 5 sideways and side front on, 5 front on, so that you can see. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure your feet are nice and wide apart. 6. If you have them like this, it's much more difficult. Get them nice and wide apart. 7, 8, 9, 10. Fabulous. How was that? What are we going to do now? Right, we're going to do some arm exercises now. Because you tend to neglect your arms. You think, oh yes, I must have strong legs, going up and down stairs, getting in and out the bath. But your arms are important as well. Reaching high shelves, washing the back of your hair, just generally moving, because if your arms are stiff, you're overbalanced when you're walking. So we're going to do 3 arm exercises. The first one, we're just going to raise one arm and pull the other one back. If you can't get your arm by your ear, just do it wherever it's comfortable. Do not force it. I've done classes where people are sort of forcing it like that. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Arm up, other one back. 1. We're going to do 10. 2. 3. These can be done anytime during the day. 4. Most of my exercises can be done as standalone. 5, 6, and they can be done 7, 8 to your own capability. 9. If you wanted to do this one, make this one harder, you could hold weights or bean cans. 10. Next one, stand with your hands by your sides with your palms touching your thighs. You're going to twist your palms outwards, bring your hands above your head, touch your palms together. I'm going to kneel down to show you this one. You don't need to kneel down. Twist them back and down by your side. 1. Up, turn, 2. Twist, 3. Twisting, nice and gently, is good for the small muscles in your shoulders that hold your shoulders in place, and they're oft neglected. I think that was 5. I have difficulty counting and speaking at the same time. That's 7, 8, 9, 10. And the last one is you're going to stand with your arms out from your shoulders with your elbows at 90 degrees, and you're just going to touch your elbows together. Again, if you can't get your elbows together, just do what you can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wonderful. Now the next one, this is the most difficult one, I think, is we're going to try some lunges. If you want, I would advise you to have a chair there, just in case you need to grab onto it, because it is a balance one, this one, the lunge. Remember, the lunge is 4 distinct phases. Don't sort of flow it into one phase. You step forward, you bend your back knee and your front knee, you stand up and you come back. That's 4 bits. Your back knee should not touch the ground, but you don't have to go. If you're a bit overbalanced, you can hold on and you can just dip down like that. You don't have to go right down. Just dip down a bit and back. It's entire. Do it at your capability, but challenge yourself a bit. So we're going to do 10 on each leg. So 1, oops, see that? Wiggle wobble. There's no shame in holding on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't forget those headlights. Oops, dog's joining in. 6, hello doggy. 7, 8, 9, 10. Give your legs a bit of a shake, and then we're going on to the other side. 1, I find this side easier for some reason. 2, 3, I'm going to get the chair out of the way, it's getting in my way actually. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you managed all 10 of those, really well done. Right, the next one we're going to do is we're going to use the chair. So, and you're going to hold onto the chair with your back straight, your knees, your feet hip width apart. So you're in this position, and then you're just going to let go of the chair and have your hands down there in front of the chair. But the chair's there in case you need to hold on to it. And we're just going to lift your arms up, both arms, to shoulder height. So we're going to go 1, 2, I'll show you what I'm doing here so you can see from the front. 3, 4, 5. Your head stays in alignment with your spine. 6. I think my arms might be going higher than shoulder height. 7, 8. Again, you can do this with weights if you want. 9, 10. If you want to do it with bean cans or what have you. And the next one we're going to do, don't get the chair away, is we're going to, I'm just going to move this table. It shouldn't actually be there. I forgot to move it. So you're in this position again, and you're going to bring your knee in and then straighten it out. 1, in, back. 2, head in alignment with your spine again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, bring your knee in as far as you can. 8, doesn't matter if you're back round. 9, 10. And then the next one, other leg, not the next one, as if you've got more than 2 legs. In, 1, 2, 3, 4, my specs are falling off. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. I don't know about you, but I'm quite hot now. Right, we're going to finish the stuff that we're doing standing up. We're going to finish this with another squat. This time it's a squat with a difference. It's a sumo squat. So you're going to have your feet quite wide apart. Put your feet at 45 degrees. So your legs are quite wide apart, your feet are at 45 degrees. Show you what it looks like from the side. And again, you're going to go down. Your knees don't come over your toes. It's the same rules apply. It's slightly easier. I think it's slightly easier because your legs are wider apart. So we're going to do 10. If you can't do 10, do what you can. See if you can touch the floor when you're doing it. So you go 1, 2, hello doggy, 3, 4, 5. It's really good on your thighs, this one. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoa! It's very different, uses very different muscles from the normal squat. It's your side glutes, as it were, the smaller 2 glutes. It's very, very good for you. Right, we're going on the floor now. If you're worried about getting onto the floor, use the chair. Any chair, a low chair. Can you hear that scratching? That's the dog upstairs. So you need to go onto your side and down. If you can't use your knees, then go down onto your side like I am. In fact, I need to move this, don't I? Yes, so if you're going down, you can go down like that, and you can go onto your side if your knees are not able to be used, and then shuffle around on your bottom. Get rid of the chair. It is important though to be able to get on the floor. It's not being able to get on the floor is not something that inevitably happens with old age. Anyway, so we're on the floor. We're going to do a Russian twist. So your knees are bent, your feet are on the floor, your arms are at shoulder height, and you're going to turn, pretend you've got a ball between your hands. I said before, I find it easier if I have a book between my hands. Last week I had GCHQ quizzes. Today I've got Robert Burns poetry. So cultured, me. Right, so 1. It's quite hard, this. 2, because you're leaning back a bit. So you're twisting your spine. 3, but your abs are working. 2, 4. Just do what you can. As with all the exercises, don't come out of the exercise if you can't do it. Stay in the position. 5, and then have a bit of a rest, and then pick up later. 7, 8, 9, 10. I can feel that on my abs when I'm doing that. Right, now, everybody's favourite. Woohoo! I'm just getting my phone for the stopwatch. Everybody's favourite, the plank. Woohoo! So, stopwatch, where are you? There we go. So, we're going to try this for a minute. remember, if you can't do it for a minute, don't come out of the position. Stay in the position and just take a bit of a rest and then get back up into it. So, elbows under your shoulders, like a sphinx. Up on your feet, back is straight, head is in alignment with your spine, and off we go. I'll count us down in 10-second bursts. So we're doing the plank for a minute if we can. 10, and we're going side planks for 30 seconds each. So, a minute's a long time when you're under pressure. 30. So halfway, more than halfway. 40. 50. 10 measly seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Well done. Did you manage that? Right, just let me restart this. Next one is the side plank. Elbow under your shoulder, it's really important. And remember, if you can't go up on your side like that, then have your lower leg bent. And that does actually make it easier. Again, stay in the position. If you can't manage 30 seconds, just stay in the position, take a rest, and then go back into it. Okay, so up we go, and off we go. I'll count this out in 10s as well if I remember. I don't always remember for this one. I don't know why. I don't know why I always put my hand on my 10 on my hips. But if you feel here, you can feel the pressure that those muscles are under. 20, not long now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Well done. Next one. Other side, I should say. Right. Elbow under your shoulder, legs straight or bent, and off we go. Oops. Off we go. I'm at a slight angle from you, so it looks a bit odd. 10. You need a strong core for good balance. 20, and this is fabulous for your core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Well done, everybody. The next two are not quite as difficult. Last two we're going into. We're going to do the bridge and then the Cobra. So bridge, lie on your back with your feet as near your bottom as you can. I'm just going to go up. Remember, don't let your legs fall out or knees come together. Your thighs are parallel. Squeeze those glutes. And then what we're going to do is just come down, touch our bottom on the floor, and then go back up again. So we're going to go 1. Really squeeze when you're up there. 2, 3, squeezy, squeezy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Really squeeze. Oh, that's it. And what you can do, if you want, just to iron out your back a bit, just hold on to your toes. Just come forward a bit. Holding on to your toes. If you can't reach your toes, just have your hands on your knees or your shins, wherever you can reach. The main bit is just to sort of bend this out a bit. The last one we're going to do is the Cobra. It's a bit the same sort of position as the plank, only you don't come up on your toes. So you're in the Cobra, your elbows sort of under your shoulders, and we're just going to push up with your hands. Your elbows don't, nothing moves apart from your arms. So we're going to go 1, hold that up there at the top like that. Feel the bend in your back, and then down. 2, 3. This is exercising your arms as well, because if you feel there's tension on your triceps. 4, 5, 6. Get a nice bend in your back. 7. Don't bring your arms in though, like that. Keep your arms don't move. Your hands, sorry, don't move. 8, 9, 10. There we go. Right. What I'm going to do, we're going to finish with, because we've been a little bit static on the floor, although I'm quite hot, we're going to finish with a little bit of high intensity stuff. I finished the Wednesday session with this, and I have finished this session with this, but I think I should really. So we're going to do 3 20 seconds of high intensity interval training, which means that we're going to do it for 20 seconds, what we're going to do, and then you're going to have a rest for 40 seconds. So the astute amongst you can figure out that we're going to be doing it for 3 minutes. So what I want you to do is to really, really, really get those legs going, those tiny, tiny little steps, but as fast as you can. Really, really run for 20 seconds. I'll tell you when to start and when to stop. If you've got any worries about your heart, if you've got any worries, any chest pains, if anything starts to hurt, if your breathing gets weird, if you get dizzy, if you don't want to do it, then stop. But if you want to do it, you're all adults, you know your own capability. So on your marks, get set, go. Get those feet moving. "17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, we'll get 40-second rest now. Sometimes I say minutes, and I don't mean minutes, obviously, I mean seconds. I'm getting confused in my old age. So, yes, so tomorrow afternoon, 4 till 5, I'm on the Trisha Talks. Trisha has a Facebook page and a website called Look Fabulous Forever. And you can get details of how to join the Zoom talk if you want. But she's going to record it and put it on her Facebook page and I think her website. So we're coming up to the 20 seconds again. So on your marks, set, off you go. 17, 18, 19, 20. Good one. Another 40 seconds. Yes, and tomorrow I'm recording something for Granada Report. The powers that be are worried that older people in lockdown haven't been doing enough exercise because they haven't been going out, and because of that, they're more likely to have falls. And you know, falls are one of the biggest causes of death of people over 75. Not the fall itself, but all the complications that ensue. And so it has proved to be, apparently, more people are falling. So I'm going to talk about it on Granada Reports tomorrow night. Woo-hoo. Right, we're coming up to the 40. On your marks, last one, set, off you go. Oh, sorry, 19, 20. Stop. Wasn't paying attention. I would have had you exercising for hours there. And that's really good. So we're going to do some stretching now. Just before we get into the stretching, whilst you have your 40 seconds recovery, if you've enjoyed the class, you can buy me a coffee. Out of shot now. Buy me a coffee. On the link, it's in the comments section underneath the video. And if you want to know anything more about fitness, you can contact me on my Over 50 Fitness Facebook page. There's lots of information there, plus there's a way of getting in contact with me on Messenger. And the link is also in the comments section, just underneath the Buy Me a Coffee link. So, without further ado, we'll go into the stretching. Same old, same old. There's only so many ways you can stretch a muscle. Front leg bent, back leg straight. Make sure both feet are pointing in the same direction, both heels on the ground. Lean forward, and you should feel the stretch in your calf towards the top of your calf. The more you lean forward, the stronger the stretch. Remember, stretching should never be painful. Challenging, but not painful. And then gently bend your back knee, and your heel will come off the ground, unless you're a very peculiar shape. And put a little bit of weight on that, and you should feel the stretch moving down into your Achilles tendon. And then switch legs, and lean forward again. My right leg, the calf of my right leg is more stiffer than the one on my left for some reason. And then gently bend your back knee. Feel the stretch moving down into your Achilles. There we go. Right, we're going to stretch the thigh muscles. Now, you can do this one. This is a traditional one, static stretch. You can use it as a balance practice if you want. But some people aren't able to grab their ankle, and I've come around to the way of thinking of liking this one, which is a dynamic stretch. Put your hands behind you and just see if you can kick your hands with your heel. If you can't, it doesn't matter. It's just a guide, but it's just this action. So when you're doing this, you are stretching your thighs and thigh muscles, the quads, and at the same time, you're actually strengthening the hamstrings. You're using your hamstrings. So I'm going to do this dynamic stretching. If you're doing the static stretching, then swap legs now. If you're doing this one, just keep on doing it. When I first started doing it this way, my left leg wasn't very good at reaching my hand, but now it reaches it quite easily. So we'll 3, 2, 1, stop. And now we're going to stretch the aforementioned hamstrings. So sitting on the edge of your chair, knees at 90 degrees, ankles under your knees. Just check you're sitting up nice and straight. Use this exercise to check your posture. Stretch one leg out in front, toe pulled back, and you're going to lean forward from your hips, not from your waist. Imagine you've got an eye in your chest and you're looking forward. Walking must be quite difficult with all these headlights on your knees and eyes in your chest. But you know what I mean. And however far down you get is entirely up to you. If you find you can only go to there, that's fine. Just do what feels right for you. Remember, it shouldn't be painful. And then sitting up, just check your posture again. Leg out in front and lean forward. Okay, sitting up. And then the last one for our legs, sitting sideways in the chair, at the front of the chair. This leg comes out behind. So you're sitting nice, your torso is nice and straight, and this leg is out behind you. You're trying to stretch these muscles here. It's difficult to stretch those muscles. Oh, still got that pain there. Whoa. Wow, that's a doozy, as they say in America. Ah. And then turn around and do it the other way. Okay, standing up, arms at shoulder height, palms facing forwards, round out of the tree, so it's like that, not like that, and at shoulder height, and then dip your head. So you dip your head. So this stretches. Try and get your shoulder blades apart. Push your elbows out. This does the big muscles at the back of your, at the top of your back, the shoulder muscles, and the into your neck as well. I like it. And then try and get your hands interlinked behind your back. If you can't, try and get your elbows together. You won't be able to, obviously, but try. If you're interlinking your hands, just lift your hands up like that to get this stretch across your chest. Somebody asked me the other day about posture, round shoulders. Round shoulders are to do with weak back muscles and tight chest muscles. So this stretches out your chest muscles. And this one that you do, that strengthens your back muscles. So, and this one is really good for back muscles as well. Oh, and that one. And that one really. Anyway, stretching out your chest muscles. Cease and desist. Right, last one. Just standing up, look to the left, and just gently hold your head and just pull slightly so that you're stretching this muscle here. Keep the shoulder nice and relaxed, and don't pull hard, hardly pulling at all. And then bring your head up, and then look to the other side. Remember to keep that shoulder relaxed. And then have your head up, and that's it. Thank you very much for attending. And I'll see you on next Monday or Wednesday if you're going to do my functional fitness class. Go down here if you're going to do my functional fitness class. And remember, hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. Bye.